Hey everybody, it is totally Toni Blake and it is time for 10 at 10 again. I am so excited to have this amazing place called the internet where we get to come together and share some time so we can become better human beings because you know we're so much better when we're together. So, are you ready for your lesson for the week? I'm so excited about this one. What a shocker. Points of inspiration. I want to talk to you about what are your points of inspiration? What do you see or hear or look at? Or what is it that inspires you? And how can we create more points of inspiration in our life? So I love a couple of Greek words. One of them is entheos. It is the root word for enthusiasm. It really means like God inspired enthusiasm, like something that you're really passionate about. Like for me, the kindness challenge. I'm so passionate about plotting kindness in the world and adding kindness to the world. And I have enthusiasm for that that is really similar to inspiration. So the kindness challenge is one of my points of inspiration. The other word is inspiritos. Now, I found a word, and I sure hope, because I ain't great pronouncing this correctly, theonostos. And this means the breath of God, that God breathed it in, or breathed by God. And I don't know if you've ever had one of those moments where literally an idea just kind of seemed to be dropped into your mind and you have these moments of inspiration. My good friend Tammy Sarek, hey Tammy Sarek, she teaches me to capture the thought, you know, to make sure I capture it as quickly as possible while it's in its most powerful state. And so what are you doing to create more points of inspiration in your life? And do you have points of inspiration? So I want to tell you about one of mine. I had the most amazing experience with a butterfly. Yes, a butterfly. You know what's crazy? As I talk to more people, I find more and more people who have also had amazing experiences with a butterfly. So I was hiking. It was one of the first really difficult climbs that I ever did. And in the midst of this climb, in the midst of me feeling so heavy and it being so hard, this butterfly came and it fluttered in my face. And I remember as it flew away thinking to myself, oh my gosh, you're so light and so beautiful. I wish I was a butterfly. And it was as if that butterfly heard me say it because it turned around and it came back to me. And I remember it fluttered in my face again thinking, does anybody else see this butterfly talking to me? And all I can remember is that somehow inside me, I heard, come on, you got this. And I made it to the top of Hanging Lake, which was my first big climb of 1,000 feet in 1 mile. And it was the beginning, the roots of me actually reaching the summit. If you've seen that little video of me reaching the summit of Hallett Peak. And every time I see a butterfly, it just makes me feel like, come on, Toni, you've got this. And so I did the craziest thing. You know what I did? I had this burn spot, and for those of you who follow me on Facebook, you might know about it, but in December, I had a 3rd-degree burn from boiling water that actually burned all the way through all of my dermis and removed my freckles. So I had this big white dot on my arm, pretty good size, and I would see it all the time, this scar. And one day, I was swimming, because I'm back in the pool, and I saw that white spot, and all of a sudden, you know what I thought? A little bit of breath of God. That's not a burn, that's a canvas. And so I decided to get a tattoo. I have never had a tattoo in my life. Can I just say ow? Like ow? I mean, anybody who says it doesn't hurt, I don't know about their pain tolerance, but it really hurt me. But isn't she pretty? Now she's only like a week old. And I have not one bit of regret because all the time now when I look down, I see my point of inspiration. I see my butterfly, and I love that. So how can you create, now I'm not telling everybody go get a tattoo. That is not what I'm saying. But I am saying I want you to be more consciously aware of what inspires you and how you're creating points of inspiration in your life. So here's one of the techniques I want to share with you. Give good a voice. Inspiration, good things. How can you make sure in this time when there's a whole lot of not good news and information out there, how do you resist spending too much time thinking about the negative, about the bad, about, it's like I heard somebody say, who was one of the responders, that they've talked more about the shooter in Las Vegas than they have all the amazing good that happened and all the people that came together and saved other people's lives. And that we need to be talking about the good. Turn to somebody and say, let's give good a voice this week. Let's share good. Let's repeat good. Let's make sure we post good. Let's join the good party. Let's have a good time. What do you say? Let's give good a voice. Okay, so here's your next idea that I want to share with you. How about we give good a place? Like my tattoo is me taking the butterfly that I love so much. And can I just say thank you? Because I know there's people out there who have given me butterflies. I have this dressing room and it's got all my butterfly gifts in it. And I just love every single one of them. And now I get to carry one with me. But I love the idea of giving good a place. How can we make sure that we integrate good into our everyday life? So, some years ago, for those of you who do not remember this, those of you who've known me a long time, does this look familiar to you? So I used to have this little website. It was called thehappyfacelady.com, for real. I had a website named that, and I paid for it. And I built a little website there, and it had a little poem that said, "This is not a toy. This is meant to remind you of your joy. Please don't put this on your nose, your name tag, or your clothes. You must find a permanent place to put this happy face, so each time you look upon that place, it'll put a smile back on your face." And I shared that poem, and there's 144 stickers in each one of these packages. And I was going through my supply closet, and I found the mother load. I found a box. That is just a handful of what I have available to me. So I have been taking the happy face stickers back out. Oh, it's just a little thing. I mean, I buy them by the gross, which they are a little gross. You have to be careful when you peel them off. You don't get the paper back. But wow, what an amazing thing. Something so simple as a happy face sticker. So when I was passing these out, one time I was going into an airplane, an airport lounge waiting area at a gate, and all the seats were taken. And you know how some people will take like one seat for their butt and then one for their newspaper and one for their coat or whatever, scarf, and they've taken 3 chairs. And so I remember walking in and seeing that every seat was taken, and I stood there for a minute, silly me, thinking that somebody might notice I need a seat and offer me one. That didn't happen. So I was like, well, whatever. So the floor looked comfortable for me some reason for that moment. So I just made myself at home right there on the floor in that gate area. And I had this bracelet that my sister had given me. Hey, Jan. And it had little beads and crystals on elastic. You guys remember when those were really popular? And so the little girl comes down and she notices my bracelet. And I said, well, you know, accessorizing is very important. I said, how old are you? She said 9. I said, well, it is time that you learn about the 13 pair of black shoes every woman needs in their closet. And I started to list them. Well, you know, the men who wouldn't move their stuff, or the different people who moved their stuff, that had completely ignored me. Well, I might not have had their eyes, but I had their ears. And when they heard me start to explain this, you should have seen some of the guys. They were like, somebody stop this woman. Where is her mother? Well, that just made me laugh. Well, that made me think happy face stickers. So I pulled the happy face stickers out. And of course, you know, there's several colors. There's the pretty purpley pink and the sapphire blue and the traditional gold. And then this gorgeous green. And the little girls love the pink and purplish one. And so she got a pink one. Well, I did the little poem, you know, you must not put this on your nose, your name tag, or your clothes. You must find a permanent place. And so she went and got her backpack and brought it back. And I don't really smell anything with these, but I think children do, because suddenly it was like the movie The Birds. I'm on the floor, remember? So I turn around and they're like, kids over here, and there's kids over there, and they must have made an announcement. There's stickers at gate 9, and they began to descend upon me. And before I knew it, I was surrounded 360 degrees around me with children waiting for their happy face sticker. So I'd scooch and give stickers away and scooch and give more stickers away. And I'm scooching and about to give a sticker away. And from behind me, I hear this deep male voice say, I want the blue one. And I turn around to this guy and I'm like, you know, dude, I'm helping the kids. And he says to me, but I know where I'm going to put it. I said, really? He said, yeah. I can't believe you. Sitting on the floor in a gate area, surrounded by children, passing out happy face stickers. I have never seen anything so wonderful. He said, I leave on business and I kind of get business minded. And sometimes I forget to call my kids. And he said, I'm going to put that blue sticker on my business phone. And I'm going to remember to call my children and tell them that I love them. And I'm going to put it face up in meetings. See, that sticker became, I've got goosies. You have goosies? That became a point of inspiration. Just something as simple as a happy face sticker. Do you know where I got my inspiration for this? Walmart. The Walmart greeters pass out happy face stickers. Now theirs are not metallic and beautiful like mine. I get mine from the Oriental Trading, and they quit selling that one. So to find the box was like this amazing gift. So I'm out there again with my happy face stickers, creating points of inspiration for people. And that's your assignment this week, is for you too to take on the mission, the assignment, to give good a voice and to give good a place and to do things that will be a point of inspiration. I want to share one more thing with you guys. This is a sugar jar. This is not the first original sugar jar, but this is actually my personal sugar jar from my family that my daughter Ashley decorated. Well, I kind of helped her a little bit, but she's so crafty. And thank you, Ashley, by the way. And inside here are handwritten messages of love and encouragement from my family telling me what they love about me. And a sugar jar was originally created by my friend, well, for my friend, Sanford in Houston. Hey, Sanford. And he lost his father, which was a huge loss because his father wasn't just his dad, it was his boss, the head of an architectural firm that Sanford now had to step into. It was his best friend. His father done amazing things and been such a big part of his life, and the loss was big. And so we all flew into Houston to be with him. And the next day we were leaving, but we were out shopping, and we were in the store, and I noticed these condiment jars. So it was like rice, sugar, flour, that kind of thing. But the sugar jar had this sweet little heart painted on it, and I got in Theos, the breath of God. This moment where I thought, you know, sugar is like sugar. And I thought, what if we just tore off little pieces of paper and we wrote notes to each other or to Sanford so that when we left, he'd have a jar full of sugar. And I told that to my girlfriend. They all agreed, and we sat that night behind his back. He didn't know that we did it, and we wrote note after note after note, and we crammed that jar so full of sugar and put the lid on it. On the way to the airport, we told him we had made him a sugar jar and that it would be there anytime he needed. See, give good a place. I wanted him to be able to, when we were not there, to still have a touch point, a point of inspiration with us. And so he told us that when he got home, that he dumped the whole jar on the bed and read every sugar note, stuffed it back in the jar. And when I blogged about this in 2013, I asked permission if I could share his story or say his name. And he said, absolutely, please do. And he said, I still go and I still get sugar out of that jar. When Katrina hit the Gulf Coast, we made sugar jars in my seminars for the managers that were on the Gulf Coast, because managers come early and they're all hanging around. I'm like, tear a piece of paper and write a note of encouragement. We filled these jars and we sent them off to Mississippi. And last year I was at the HAM conference, the Housing Association of Mississippi conference. And I ran to a manager who got a sugar jar, and she said to me, I still have it. And I still get a little sugar out of it. We all need points of inspiration. We need good to manifest itself in our life. And we need to be the creator of that. Here is your next tip. Be an agent of positive change. Be an agent of positive change. Decide that you are going to be a part of the good party, that you're going to be a part of giving good a voice and good a plan, and that you're going to make sure that people can find good. Now, I started this hashtag a little while ago. It's 1M moment. And here's my goal with this hashtag. I want to create 1 million hashtag moments of good, so that whenever somebody is looking for good, for a point of inspiration, they will always be able to find it. So as a part of your assignment, I want you to go and look in your news feed, find a couple of moments of good and edit them and add hashtag 1M moments. You'll also find a page, a group on Facebook, hashtag 1M moments. We are the creators of our life. We have the ability to positively influence the world, even if it's just that one or two people. You know, we're stronger when we're together. And I am so grateful that you'll take just a little slice of your time and you'll spend it with me, because I believe that we are better when we're together. My name is Toni Blake, and this has been another episode of 10 at 10. Thank you so much. God bless. Make sure you roll call, tell me where you're from, and talk to me this week. I'm going to be looking at all the comments and conversation. Again, thanks so much. Bye.